Hello, I'm Jury Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for December 6th, 2016. Looking at the leaderboard yesterday, Fog Frog continued his occasional shenanigans. Still have no idea what's going on with that, with a score of 1,350, which definitely wasn't possible on the last ship. Risto came in next with an 873. Unfortunately, I don't recall his comment, but it looks like that was some radiation damage, probably. I think we had radiation. Yeah, I think we ended up having an asteroid strike. We have Innocent and Tonfin at 805. Sidonian Winner at 792. Chupaka at 785. Marvin at 785. Girthar at 765, as well as myself. And Neg at 760. So, overall, I mean, definitely positive scores. Things could have gone better for some people, but yesterday was a fun ship. I don't remember the exact details of it. I've had a long day, but it was a fun ship. I'm going to have to start refreshing my memory before I record these. I have to admit. Looking at today's leaderboard, we have Peak and Dano with positive scores, and 3 people with a 0 score. That's a bad sign. But let's go ahead and get in there and see what's up. Today we have Stealth, which I love, Collector, and Remote Power, so that's a wonderful combination. Two infestation types on a quarantined private A. So I'm able to power the entire ship from one. I'm able to power the entire ship remotely. I have stealth, and I have multiple airlocks. So honestly, look, I'm gonna go ahead and straight up say it. I don't understand how people couldn't do well on this ship. 2 infestation types isn't too bad. And, okay, slime is one of them, so that's bad, but I only have to take one vehicle, one drone on this ship. And I have a lot of airlocks to work with. So, really, there's not too many reasons why things could go wrong. There are some things that could go terribly wrong, but there aren't many. Even with Slime and Swarm, this is, for me, this is an ideal situation. One defense on the ship, well, that's kind of bad. But I'm already most of the way through this ship. There may or may not be something in R9 or R8, but I'm not going to randomly check one of these rooms without being safe about it. So, I mean, again, I don't want to be mean to people. I'm not trying to be mean and saying you're useless if you can't get a good score on this ship. But again, this is an optimal situation. If this is Probe, I'm going to be so happy. Stun 4 and Speed Boost. Okay, so I'm going to have to get that somehow. But that's not going to be a very difficult proposition, because I can get things in and out of rooms very easily. I only have one enemy that moves. Come on. Come on. Okay, so that's not good. But that doesn't leave me no hope. Okay, so there you go. It always sounds so unhealthy. It's like you've cranked it up past maximum. So here I have a ship. I have collector, actually. So I want to create a path. My airlock is closed, so that's fine. And this will take a while to do, but I want it to just flow through the ship, honestly. And actually, I'll speed things up a little bit and open A2 and A1, not A5. And I'm hoping that it'll vent things out as it goes along, basically. And I said this during a previous run, or actually I said this as a comment, but an interesting point to note is how things expand. R9 has been evacuated for a while now, and R4 just now went through because I'm confident the game actually tracks... Oh, by the way, my collector hasn't gathered anything. I'm confident the game actually tracks when... Like, when you open a door, yes, it's vented immediately, but that's because that room is exposed to space. The pressure differential is huge, so immediately it's vented. But the other rooms that are adjacent with an open door take a little bit of time, take longer. Because I think their pressure is going down, and when you have, like, R10 open to 7 and 9, 9 vented almost immediately. It's a very small room, but R7 took a while, and it's got a door open to R5. I think it actually tracks pressure in the ship. The same thing with radiation. It takes time for radiation to spread. It doesn't just immediately hit the whole room. It expands from its entry point. Now, this is just a theory. I could be wrong. But, you know, there's some evidence to support it. It is just a theory. The recent activity with Risto and myself and Marvin testing out the teleport trick. I think Marvin did. Anyway, it suggests that your distance from the door may give you a little bit of time before the radiation does damage. Because I took 2 points, he took 1, and there could just be, you know, half a drone length of difference there. So, very easy run today, in my opinion. Now, Slime and Swarm, lots of things can go wrong. I'm not trying to say that someone is inept or anything like that. I kind of am on the one hand, and I don't mean to be mean about it. But you have stealth. And maybe it's just me, because I love stealth. I know Marvin has said it a couple times in his videos when there's stealth that he knows I'm going to be excited. Marvin, I am excited today. I love today. It's a very quick, easy run. But when you have Slime, we've found that Slime doesn't track you when you have stealth on. So that's good. When you have Swarm, you can move around Swarm very, very effectively with stealth. The only problem that I had was the Swarm didn't run a move out of R8 into R9. That's not a bad thing. It just didn't happen. I managed to work around it. It wasn't a problem. R3 was clear. There were only 2 swarms on the ship. One of them was the vent room, so it could have spawned. So again, this is a very, with 10 rooms, there were 3 enemies. Slime and 2 swarms. That's counting the vent. So that's a very enemy-light ship. We've seen a lot heavier. Whenever you do have swarm, yes, things can go horribly wrong. But on a ship like this, I don't know. I feel mean. I really do. Saying that you shouldn't have a score of 0 on this ship. And if you're watching this video, and I don't mean this as a challenge, but I'd like you to explain why. Why you have a score of 0 if you got a score of 0. If you lose a drone, I can understand. It happens. It's Swarm. But you have... This setup right here is like my dream setup. I don't need Collector, but without having a ship scan or probe, you can do a lot worse. You've got a turret that you don't really need, but you could use it. You've got stun once you find that drone, which isn't that bad. And you have, most importantly of all, remote power and stealth. Remote power and stealth, with remote power and drone 1, I could check an entire ship. If I got remote power and drone 1, I would be happy for days. It's so rare that we see that combination. And I'm including interface, just for the record, because interface starts on drone 3. But if I'm playing campaign, because I've got put some campaign recordings up, remote power and stealth, gather and interface are my drone 1. Those combinations together, even if you didn't have the whole ship powered, oh, I found another room with a generator, switch it over to that room. It's entirely manageable. If you have stealth and remote power, you can have a field day on a ship. So, very easy ship today. I kind of feel bad. I don't want to be mean. I'm actually going to go ahead and close these airlocks because the generator did not die. And those are all going to clear out. We'll go ahead and close all. Just because of OSD. Or OSD? OCD. Wow. So, I don't know. I do feel like I'm being mean about it, but this ship today gives you every opportunity to check every room. And, maybe the slime fills a room quickly, but with stealth, you can actively search a ship. With remote power, and it powers the entire thing, you only need 1 drone on the ship at a time. With R4, if R4 got slimed, yeah, you're SOL. You're gonna lose that drone, probably. I don't know if a collector can recover a destroyed drone. But, hell, maybe it can, who knows. But it really does give you every opportunity to get a fantastic score. So I have 7 drone upgrades. I started with a total of 90 and 80 is 170, 300, so 530 for my starting score, and I ended up with 4 scrap. Not much at all. I got a drone, 7 upgrades. Yep, 660 is my total. What scores were people posting? For some reason I thought there was a 700 or something. No, 660. Pete got a 660. I got 660. I spent a lot of time talking, and I apologize for that. Padded out the video a little bit, and that's sometimes intentional, sometimes not. I do like to analyze the runs, and Dark Disciple 1313, I know you're better than this. You're in the top 10 a lot. Caraval and Space Hamlet, I can't remember if I've seen your names before, But if you watch my videos, please leave a comment. And that goes to everyone ultimately, but for those three especially, what happened? I don't mean to be mean about it. I'm curious because for me, that run was extremely easy because it plays exactly to my tastes. If you don't like stealth for some reason, then I can understand. But I don't know that. So, for everyone, if you haven't done your own run yet, good luck. There are some things that can go wrong, as those three basically example right now. It could also be that their internet disconnected. I had that happen before where my game crashed. Or actually, I think my power went out. And it gives you a score of 0. Nothing you can do about that. So if you haven't done your own run yet, good luck. If you have, please leave a comment. If anything differently happened for you, I'd love to know. If everything happened the same, then hey, congratulations. I do like to read the comments, even if I don't remember them the next day. I apologize for that, or the next hour. This is my off time, so my thoughts are not always with me. They're sometimes wandering. But I do try to focus on the game, and maybe lately that's what's been... Excuse me. Maybe that's what's been contributing to a lower score. I am playing this run a little bit later than usual because schedule just got shifted up a little bit. So, ultimately, should be an easy run. Good luck and leave a comment. If you like the video, please like, and have a good day.